Our next speaker and final speaker, it's one that I know a lot of you guys have been anticipating in, and it's quite important, is from Alida. She's a colleague of mine, an absolute passionate lady on providing cloud services called Xero, cloud accounting, and all its add-ons. She's helped many of our clients save hours and hours of boring admin, and thereby worrying about the good stuff to make the money. Welcome, Alida.
Thank you. Where's the thing? Thank you, Bruno. And for you that don't know, Keith is there taking a video of all of this. We're going to put it on YouTube, and we're going to send you all a link. So if you fall asleep and you haven't heard everything that everybody's saying, you can listen to us again and then forward the boring bits. Okay. I'm an accountant at Sondergaard, and I experienced the whole environment of business is currently very smooth. People don't spend. We sit and wait for people to spend money on us, to spend on other people, and things like that. So it is a very smooth environment out there, and we need to take the time now to take advantage of this environment, because the storm is coming again, and we know we're very positive with WA that it is just a phase that it goes through, and with all the US election and everything, when it settles down, people are going to spend big time. So the three things that I'm going to talk about is first to create capacity, get extra time in your business, get time to save time. And that is where a lot of businesses don't know how much time each task is taking in their businesses. Then change your processes to implement that changes, and then evaluate your suppliers. So first, we all have used this before. This was the best phone ever. It lasted for 10 days. Who can think of a phone you don't need to charge it for 10 days? And it worked. I mean, we called people. But we don't want to go back to that. We love our new smartphones. We love our Apple, Android, whatever smartphones, and we're constantly on it. Facebook and Instagram and whatever. We just adapted to the changed world. And it actually creeped up on us, because still, we can't think of using that, but suddenly we're all using a new technology. And this is where we are going to. We need to upgrade our software. Take this time that it is quiet in the market and go and evaluate your own software internally. Now, Xero is really, there is 7 clicks between a bank recon in Xero versus MyOp. So what we don't realize is that you do things so automatically, but to do a thing, you need to click, 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 click. And you know where to click, it's quick. So why change it? But if you only have 2 clicks versus 8 or 9 clicks, it's a lot of time. And this is why we love Xero. It saved in our own business about, I would say, 200 hours a year, definitely. I have seen it saved 200, just changing processes to cloud, changing 200 hours a month for businesses because of manual handling of paperwork, of documents, of the same information. Now, Xero is a basic accounting software. So, and this is where the whole platform of your business is and where it needs to start. Because you want to use this information internally as well as to go to the ATO or to allocate your BAS. But now, this is a bank reconciliation, sales, purchases, inventory, and fixed assets can all be done in Xero. And then also my favorite is the payroll and reports. So for Xero to do a bank reconciliation, it is really a matter of click, click, click. Xero is going in and it said, oh, last night, 28 items. So what do? We go to bed at night, wake up, sleep out of the eyes, get a cup of coffee, take the iPad, Oh, 28 items. I wonder what is happening in my bank account. So you click on that, and then it say, oh, you received money from somebody. But it goes into that information at the background and say, I have an invoice that matches it. Is it that invoice? And you say yes, and you click OK, and it disappears. Luckily for you, the accountants can worry about where it's going. Oh, no, it's going off. And then, oh, let me go just back. And then you get to the next one, and it is basically to say, okay, we've spent some money at 7-Eleven, but what you've told Xero is that if I spend money at 7-Eleven, just put it to entertainment. I don't want to worry about it. And yes, it appears again. Okay, click it, and it's gone. And then your next one, it also say, but every time you have that Richwood bank in your bank somewhere, we put it to bank fees. So do you want to put it again to bank fees? And you say yes, and it goes. So it takes really a matter of a few minutes to reconcile your bank. And then you are up to date. I mean, then you don't need to worry every 3 months to do your reporting. It's up to date. It balanced your bank account. It is all current reports that you have. And that is what you need as a business owner. You don't use a system just for the ATO, just to do it at bus time. You want to know what your profit and loss is. So this functionality is invoice reminders. Now this is where it gets even better. I had clients calling me and say, yesterday, 5 o'clock in the morning, I got an email reminder from you that we need to pay you. Yes, I work at 5. There's no ways. So Xero is automatically sending it out. You can set it 7 days, 14 days, however days you want after the due date of an invoice. You can write your own, that edit button, you write your own little message. So you can write your own little love letter to the client. Hello, hope your day is wonderful today. Let the summer bring it on. And then just pay me. And the best part is there can actually be a pay now button on it as well. So you can actually link your PayPal or EasyDebit or whatever in it, and they click pay now. Oh, I can pay it now. And they still rubbing their eyes in the sleep. They read their emails in bed. Oh, but I can pay it somehow with PayPal. Oh, great. And they pay you. And this is what we want. So one of the other things, and this is where I link with Charles. Charles said, who lives for the 30th of June? And I believe that as well. We don't go to bed on the 30th of June and think, oh, tomorrow is year end, hallelujah. Just accountants do that, but they're boring stuff. So we want reports that links into our businesses. We want a report that goes over periods and not just go the sections that the ATO thought we run our businesses. I have dance schools. They run a business from January to December. They want to see what am I doing year on year. If I have more clients, more kids dancing with me, what is the impact? And that is what we can run with Xero. It doesn't roll over. It doesn't write off your thing. If you want to go back, you can easily. The data is there and all the stuff. So I come to payroll, and this is really a breaker where it isn't the same as other people. Now, what did the ATO do recently? They woke up one day in October and said, suddenly, although the tax tables didn't change, our tables that we give you for employees, we changed them now. So who knows why they did it, but we woke up the same day and Xero already did it. But if you were on any other software, MyOp, you need to download the software first on your computer and upgrade to a version 1.3.0.8. And then you will be able to access it. So this is where you need to come into game to see that you need to have the tax tables updated for your employees. The employees go in their own portals. Now, we all had that one employee that we were so grateful when they walk out of the door. We don't want to see them again and talk to them again. Now you come year-end and you need to send them the group certificate. But they have their own portal. They can log in. You don't need to communicate with them. They have the email address and login. They can get it from there. And then automated superstream. Now, we all know that this is a big headache in our lives. Suddenly, we need to pay one supply with all the super, and hopefully it is split between all the different super funds and everything else. Now, this is where Xero came in with a great solution. You tick your boxes for your 10 employees. You get an SMS text. I can put in a number, and it goes off your bank account. In MyOp, for instance, you need to download it, upload it again into your bank account, then wait 3 days, then get a code, then download, upload, download, upload. Now, my standard clients don't have 3 days to remember. In 3 days' time, I need to go back and do it again and again and again. So this is why the first time I've done the MyOp route, I discovered, this is again a reason why I like Xero. And this is why I really am passionate about this system. They are going with the times. They're born in the cloud for cloud users. They're not a Nokia phone that was born on a handset. The smartphones of Nokia doesn't work because they took a handset and they move it to the cloud. This is born in the cloud, and this is why we love it. Now, the next step that I want to talk about is your operational systems. When you get your bases ready, and your base, why I like Xero is because there's 450 operational systems that will link into Xero. Now, most of my clients don't understand debits and credits, but if I ask them about the job, a plumber, for instance, if I ask them about a job and how much work is going in there and things, they will cost it for you immediately. But they don't know if it's a debit or a credit or wherever it sits on the balance sheet. And they actually don't care as well. They do it for the ATO purposes. And this is where operational systems are coming in. How can we get our operational systems to work for us? Now, there is 400 apps. I'm sure that it's 450 already. It grows so quick. And it is a list of things that you can do with it. It gives bills and expenses, inventory, CRM. You get website integrations, your automatic payment systems. There's a whole stack of them. Now, for any person to go through all of that is a nightmare. And that is why there is experts in the field. And we liaise with experts. We talk about it constantly. We talk about other people constantly because we feel that this is where the heartburn of a business is sitting. The business needs to focus on their operation systems, to know what is their profit, to know how to cut the hours down. Now, Receipt Bank is one of the best tools ever. Usually it's a husband and wife team. Husband is driving the truck, he's the plumber. He goes and buys things at Bunnings, throw the slip in the car. Then he goes to another place, another slip in the car. At the end of the day, if you open that car's door or that van's door, it is just paperwork everywhere and nobody knows what he bought. Now, Receipt Bank is one of those interesting tools. You take a photo of your receipt and magically it goes and but I can see the supplier name, the invoice number, the date, and the amount. And it puts it in a system and it says, but last time when you bought at Bunnings, or last time when we bought at Class, it was subscription. So you go into Receipt Bank and it's just as magic as Xero. You click, yeah, that seems right, and publish it. It goes whoop into Xero with a picture of the receipt. And in Xero, when the payment comes through, it turns green and you match it with your payment. And that is how simple this system is. Now, sometimes we thought that Siri was very difficult to understand. I mean, in the beginning, if I took my phone and I say to Siri something with my Afrikaans accent, it didn't understand me at all. But now, with advanced technology and with things that is changing with machine learning and everything else in the place, it is now so easy that if I talk to Siri and I say, phone Charles, it knows and it calls it. I don't even need to worry about it. And this is where technology is. It is going forward, and Receipt Bank is using that technology to go forward. Now, a few case studies that I want to go through is job costing. Job costing is a very important area. A lot of people don't think they job cost. If you have people working for you and they do something, job costing is what they do. They're working on a product, they're working on a consultancy. We job costed because in accounting world, you work on different projects and different clients. So we job costed. At the end of the day, we don't charge by the hour, we charge by the job. We can't charge you because I had 5 coffees and I wanted to have a bit of a break because I had a late night last night, so I charge you more for this year's job. But last year, I was very efficient, so you'd pay less. It doesn't work like that anymore. So this is why we need job costing system for our businesses to know what is it. Do we make a profit on a job? Do we make a loss? For a plumber, I've implemented this. Now, they were on Xero, they were on MyOp. For MyOp, we needed to stop everybody working on MyOp, everybody climbing off it. Then we make a backup of MyOp. Then we bring in the data from the Simpro. Then everybody can go back in. We check it first if it worked, because it didn't work every time. And then you go roll back on your backup and then forward. And then at the end of the day, it will work. But with Xero, it works instantaneously. So nobody needs to climb off on and whatever. It just links in and works perfectly, seamless into it. We are using Workflow Max in our own business. Workflow Max do the same thing. I can process an invoice now on Workflow Max. When I block into Xero, it's already showing there. And that is how easy it is. Now, what is also very important, and that is why we had John Blake here, because John is talking about sales and your CRM system. And he can teach you much more about it than any of us know about the systems. But this system is important for each and every business. If you have, for instance, you're a vet and you specialize in horses. I've got a client, she specializes in horses. Now, what is important is that she knows every horse owner in WA and advertise to them. And she doesn't, because she doesn't have a proper CRM system. Who did she sell to in the last 20 years? She doesn't know. And those kind of things is important now for businesses. When you look at buying businesses through GMO or through any broker, they will tell you that your systems add value to your business. It actually puts your business in that next level. Because if you can sell a database is really valuable for people. And this is where you need to go in. And all of these things is seamlessly in Xero. So you capture your invoices there, and it goes into Xero. You don't need to worry about double entries. You don't need to worry about, oh, this little paper, I need to process it again and again. This client is my client I saved 200 hours for. They were selling products on BigCommerce. What have they done? Take the BigCommerce list, go to a spreadsheet, capture it in a spreadsheet because they need to disperse it out. Capture it into another spreadsheet because the stock is moving. Capture it into their accounting software because it didn't integrate. This is where it needs to integrate into the things. You can now integrate BigCommerce in Unleashed. Unleashed is a powerful inventory tool, but there's really loads of them. So this is just examples of systems that I've worked on before. So we can We will customize it for your business. We will first sit with your business and see what will work for you. Then we have Starship. Starship is working with Australian Post, so it pulls in the reference codes into Unleash. You don't need to have 3 different spreadsheets of it. And then everything works with Xero, and it seamlessly gives you your reports. So this is where you're saving time, is with those spreadsheets, those little bits of pieces of paper everywhere in your office, to reduce it into seamlessly programs. Now, my last one is really evaluate your suppliers. Now, if you guys think that first one, everything is calm. People didn't have time to talk to us. If we go into any business, they will say, are you going to give me business? Yes or no? If no, there's a door. Because there was a lot of money. They made money. So why must they care? Now we need to go to the next stage. They want your business. Now take that advantage. Go to all these supplier people. Go to them and talk to them because they are more open to talk to you. People are much more lenient to go extra mile for business owners because they have the time. So accounting services, this is just, because it's our expertise, this is what I've put down for you guys. Go and evaluate who your accountant is. If your accountant gives you good services, I'm glad. Please stay with them because there's few of them out there. But go and see what is your tax. A lot of people don't know how much tax they pay. They don't know how much money they make. They don't know what is their budget. Can they spend or not? And they're too afraid to talk to the accountant because they're afraid they're going to be fee. Go, if your accountant isn't there open to discuss things with you, evaluate them and move on. These things is some of the things that I definitely, every accountant, you need to give a phone call to your accountant, and if they can't answer this for you, I don't think they're a good accountant out there. Our services includes all of this on here, and this is our standard. This is not exceptions. Exceptions isn't to pick up the phone and ask a client, hi, how's it going? How's your dog? Last time it was sick. How's your mum? Is she still in the old aged care home? I do things like that all the time because a client is not only there with the figures, they're also people are behind it. And this is why it is important for you to start evaluating all your suppliers and to make a list like this for every supplier that you're using. And yes, so I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope we're behind at the back there, so you guys can come, any of the Sondergaard people in our nice nude shirts. And then also there's food and drink, so stay for Bruno, and then you can stay a few minutes and enjoy yourselves.
Thank you, Alida. I don't know many people who get that enthusiastic for Xero accounting. I mean, she had you in giggles as well. I mean, for accounting software, that's big, eh? So thank you, Alida. That was great. Just to add one point which we got from Laco is actually the number of add-ons right now is over 500 that can come onto Xero. So, like she said, it's growing exponentially. Thank you, guys. Just want to thank one last sponsor. They helped with... Oh, she's drawing... Sorry, excuse me. Sondergaard's doing one draw of one. I'm going to get you guys all pissed before you get home. The winner is Baptist Mendonca. There we go. Congratulations. We're going to do one more. Right. Just want to thank one last sponsor. It's Cole from Moshi Moshi. Cole's business is providing marketing solutions. Thank you, Cole, for everything. It was fantastic working with you. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end. I know it took a bit of a while, but there was a lot of insight that was given to you guys for you as individuals and businesses. We hoped it helped. If you got questions with the people that have spoken, including Alida, Sondergaard, John Blake, Angie, everybody else, please go and feel free to talk, even mingle amongst yourselves. You never know, somebody has a product for somebody else here. There's good amount of alcohol and a lot of food, so please don't let it go to waste. Go wild. Thank you so much. And thank you also to our Sondergaard staff, Christina, Debbie, everybody else in the background who got this going. Thank you. Bye.